Day 23 in Kruger begins right at sunrise, as we leave Berg-en-Dal. The night before, we were lucky enough to spot a leopard, just before gate closing, carrying its prey up into a tree. Of course, we couldn't resist coming back this morning to see if it was still there. And our idea paid off. Not only was the leopard still in the tree, but we were the only car around. Moments like this are what makes the Kruger so special. No crowds, no rush, just the privilege of observing wildlife quietly on the back roads, even during the busiest holiday season. After a calm rest of the morning and a short break at camp, we headed out again in the afternoon. The skies turned dramatic, with cloud formations you only really see during the rainy season. We were treated to a fleeting glimpse of another leopard before a storm began to roll in.
It is now 10 to 6. We are rushing back to camp at the moment because there is a huge storm rolling in, and maybe if there's coming a lot of rain within a few minutes, the river might be a bit flooded, like more flooded than yesterday, and yesterday we nearly couldn't pass the water level. So we are trying to get to the river crossing on time to get back to camp on time, because otherwise there's no chance we will make it back to camp during the gate hours, because then we have to drive all the way around, which is about 25 kilometers, and we will not make that in half an hour on these roads.
Day 24. Christmas. We set out in the morning, and while the bush seemed unusually quiet, we still received a little Christmas gift. Another brief leopard sighting. Nothing spectacular, but for me, every encounter with my favorite cat is special. Apart from that, it felt as if most animals were in a holiday mood themselves. Even on the usually productive S25, there was hardly any impala in sight. Sadly, this day also brought a reminder to drive slowly and with care. Even the smallest animals, like this little tortoise, deserve their chance to safely cross the road. Later, we visited a bird hide, though it was quiet, before heading back for a proper Christmas breakfast at the restaurant, complete with a well-earned coffee. Of course, no Christmas is complete without an afternoon drive. At first, it seemed quiet again, until we spotted a white rhino on the far side of the river. And once again, we were the only car there. Soon after, 2 more rhinos appeared, right by the road, making it 3 in total for the afternoon.
It is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to everyone, even though the video is not coming up until, I don't know, next year. Anyways, today has been a bit quiet in the morning. Now we are already on the afternoon. think this must have been the closest rhino encounter we've had so far, because they were like right next to the road, and which was very nice. So now we're just returning back to camp. Light up the fire and make a bright night for Christmas. How do you spend your Christmas usually? Let me know in the comments.
But the day isn't over yet. A sudden traffic jam made us curious. And soon we saw why. Another leopard. The perfect ending for a Christmas day in the Kruger. Back at camp, we lit up the braai for our Christmas dinner, joined our neighbors for a drink, and ended the evening watching the resident genet. A magical close to a festive day in the wild.